Hi everyone, Dr. Miner here. I want to share with you a quote I recently came upon and then talk a little bit about the importance of the quote. The really big challenge for every organization is the middle to upper level leaders 10 to 20 years from now. Without a development strategy, there simply will not be enough experienced leaders left to man the guns. The leadership pipeline development strategy has to take place now, not 10 years from now, when the real crisis is upon all of our organizations. That's a quote from Mike Eccles, who is the Vice President of Strategic Initiatives at Bellevue University. I could not have said this better myself. There is a real leadership crisis looming just over the horizon, as he says, 10 years from now. We don't want to wait until that crisis actually appears and then figure out how to address it, because it will be too late. The crisis is, according to the U.S. Census, that by 2030, all of the boomers are going to be out of the workforce. They are retiring by some surveys or some research currently published. They are retiring at a rate of 6,000 to 10,000 people a day. And by 2030, that whole generational cohort is going to be out of the workforce, which means that we have to replace them, right? We have to replace them with younger generations. And what we have done as professional developers in corporate America is really shirked that responsibility. We really don't have leadership development pipelines in place. Now, some organizations, and generally those are the Fortune 500 who have the money and the capacity to do leadership development, some organizations do have those strategies in place. But 99% of organizations absolutely do not, and probably have not even thought about the need for that. And I want them to start thinking about the need for that before it becomes a crisis. 10 years may seem to be far off, but it's really not. It is right around the corner. I mean, think back to things that you did in your own life 10 years ago, and you think, gosh, that was already 10 years ago? That just seems like I just did it, a few months ago or a few years ago. I mean, 10 years goes by really, really quickly. So we need to get people adequately prepared for the leadership roles that they are going to step into, whether they are prepared or not. So if you want to get your folks prepared, please join me. Follow us on trainingdoctor.com. You can follow us on LinkedIn. You can follow me personally, Dr. Miner, on LinkedIn. We're going to be sharing, we do share lots of leadership development strategies and tips. We also run a strategy workshop 4 times a year, twice online, twice in person. So there are all sorts of ways that you can join with us and take advantage of what we are providing to you in terms of leadership development. We are absolutely there for you. Call us when you need us. We will help you figure out that leadership development strategy that you have to have in place today, because we cannot wait for that crisis to be upon us in 2030.